I love music. I hate the industry.
It's an entirely shitty situation. I'm all over the fucking radio. These motherfuckers love me. Why the fuck am I broke?
You know what I mean? That's how you felt. Like, God damn.
That's the fee you pay to get in the game.
Wow, so this piece of paper really holds this much power?
They just spin these kids, man.
People get fucked over all the time.
Where do you learn it? There's no school for hip-hop.
Well, Puff is like my idol. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of the reasons why I wanted to be a part of Bad Boy, why I wanted to be a hitman. So Puff was like, I want to sign you to a publishing thing, I want to do this, I want to manage you. And I was like, this is like, Puff wants to do this for me? And I'm thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. If I sign all this stuff, that means he gets paid from everything I do. And even if I produce with him, it's like he's getting paid twice. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. I remember we were like in the studio and I screamed at him. It was the first time I screamed at Puff. I was like, how am I supposed to get any money? And he was like, all right then. It wasn't like it was no beef, and then it was like, all right, so you about to go to this party afterwards. So at that moment, I realized it's a difference between friends and business. He never stopped being my friend because I didn't sign those papers, but like, shit, if you're gonna let me do it, I'ma try. I never told him. I appreciate you for that, you know, because that was like one of the best learning experiences I've ever had in the music industry.
We are about to sign our recording contract. Over here, we got all the crystal, we about to pop.
They have fucking clauses in these shitty contracts that say, we're only gonna pay you 15%. In that 15%, the label's charging you for every fucking thing that takes place.
Yeah, you see, we getting DDoS joint down there now. Proof.
The artist has to pay everybody. The producers, the songwriters.
Every dime they spend, they're either gonna charge you half or 100%.
So most of us, including myself, had no clue what the fuck that meant.
All these motherfuckers with the shitty paperwork, your money's gotta go through all them.
Damn, we only getting 12 cents off a dollar? And out of my 12, I gotta pay you, and you?
What the fuck?
Damn, can you at least put some Vaseline on it? Can we have some wine and cheese before? God damn, like, what's happening here?
You have a lot of kids coming from these inner cities that never even seen $10,000 cash before. So if you have a person that's coming to you like, here's $20,000, sign to me, I'm gonna put your album out. They're not looking at no legal team where like, let me call my lawyer and make sure that this deal is right. You're taking the $20,000, you're gonna sign the contract, and you're gonna figure it out later on when the money's gone.
It's too much coming at them too fast. A lot of people just are so thirsty for a platform that they sell themselves short. You just see a big label and you're like, they wouldn't do me wrong. Where do you learn it? There's no school for hip hop.
You know, I definitely signed some bad contracts in my time, some still pending. Bound by a piece of paper, it make you just think like, wow, do this piece of paper really hold this much power?
You dangled like this fucking career in my face and like, yeah, I want to do it. Of course I'm not reading this shit. Like, not saying like it's the smart thing to do, but you're young.
But at the same time, you're a grown man. You know how to read too. You chose not to read that contract. So I don't get when people say, like, oh, don't sign with such and such, them they be fucking people. Like, hell, that ain't fuck nobody. You could have read it. You chose not to read it. You look at the fact that they put these two big stacks of money up here next to the contract. This is all you gonna ever get. You ain't look at the contract.
You have the frustrated artist who wakes up one day and realizes that I'm all over the fucking radio. These motherfuckers love me. Why the fuck am I broke? And then explain to you, like, this is why. Paragraph 64, clause B says, you don't get shit.
When you're an artist, you gotta make hot records. That's what your job is to do. If you're not making hot records, we have to move on. It's nothing personal, it's business. Even as an executive, if I'm not putting out hit records or if I'm not signing hot artists, they're gonna be like, I think we could find somebody else to fill your position. Everybody at the label could get fired just like the artist could get dropped.
You could go to war with your label, and the label war is probably like one of the major contributions to failed careers.
At the end of the day, I'm trying to take care of my family too, just like you are, so we'll make sure life better than mine.
You start arguing with these executives, and they just fucking turn the switch off on your ass. Don't like you anymore. First thing you're gonna say is, well, let me go. They don't do that shit.
Obviously, all the cash money we've seen go through this. Tyga, who claims that Birdman owes him like $12 million. You know, hey Birdman, you robbed me, so I'm going to put it on a loud speakerphone and tell everybody that you robbed me, and everybody else that comes to you is going to be very careful about how they do those contracts.
If anybody taking stuff personal and has stuff going, they might not want to choose this job. Literally everything in the industry, they will try to get over on you if you let it slide. I'm the type, like, I will pull up to Complex, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, where's the footage? You know, to be a boss, sometimes you have to be a bitch.
You don't work a 9 to 5. So you don't get like, your insurance and, your income tax check. You don't get none of that shit. Publishing is like, it's kind of like your paycheck for writing. You get paid for when people listen to your music over and over again. Those are checks that just come. You don't want to give that shit up. Sometimes you might have to like break a little piece off to somebody, you know what I'm saying? But make it worth it. Don't give it all up. Ever. Ever.
Kanye.
Talk about Kanye and the publishing. To manage him, I had an opportunity to own some of his publishing. I didn't want to do that to any producer I managed because they were my startup guys. And Kanye was a sample producer.
He took a sample from Jay-Z, sample from this music, and then you put it together.
I was gonna pretty much let him know that you're not gonna make no fucking money in your royalties with all these samples you're doing. I rearranged the deal for everybody to where he got his publishing back.
The industry just wants to rate and take. Labels should do what's fair, and that's why the artists today are saying, fuck you, record company. And they should.
Everybody's trying to figure out how to get that money, even though the sales have dwindled.
Yeah, I remember this one time I met these execs.
Like, he brought us to the house, laid, everything's crazy, and gave us this whole big pep talk speech. And then literally, like, I think it was 8 months later, we went and met the same guys, but this time in the office. And then he came in and gave us the whole same exact spiel. Like the same exact speech, like the introduction, everything. And that's when I knew, like, man, like they just spin these kids, man.
I'm 19, he's 21, like, we're young, so a lot of people try to take advantage of us. Yeah. But the thing is, they don't realize that we already know, like, we already know what's up.
I'm so scared to sign my name and shit. I'm scared to give you an autograph, let alone sign a contract.
It's kind of like old school versus new school. Like most kids now feel, I don't need to sign to a label. They have all this amazing music, and I'm like, I know some people, you wanna, he's like, no, I just wanna put it out myself.
When we were coming up, we didn't foresee MP3s, but somebody did, because in the contracts we were signing, they would say things like, you're making records for cassettes, CDs, in any form in the future. That line meant a lot. All of a sudden, iTunes showed up, and now we're fighting our contracts because we didn't take time to study what was in it. Somebody else did.
Make sure before signing anything to have somebody look over it, just to make sure you just don't sign your life away.
A lot of artists, from day one, they walk into a shitty situation, shitty paperwork, shitty deals, shitty people around them sometimes. In my case, we had the shitty paperwork. We went beyond that, and we sold a lot of fucking records.
You seen MC Hammer lose, what, $20-30 million? Like, it could happen.
We didn't know nothing about anything.
I'm doing this shit.
That was my first $100,000 check.
At that point, we just started balling.
And that's what you do it for.
They give me this money to do this, and we get to go shopping.
And I was like, oh shit, this is real, and I'm broke.
You check your account, it's like, where did that go?
Shit woke you up fast. Really, really fast.
The day we got our first check, we ran out of gas. We got our first paid show, we ran out of gas on the freeway. We had to walk all the way to the gas. It was like, how many miles? It was a lot of miles.
It was hilarious. We were so happy.
Yeah.
I was driving too.
Yeah.
I was so happy. I didn't even look at the gas. I didn't even look at the gas meter on the freeway. I'm like, hold on, what's wrong with the car? Looked at the gas, I'm like, oh. It was 400. But it was 440 because maybe he gave us like a tip too.
First pay show ever was $440.
Yeah.